Okay, this is going to be your best shot right here. See that? This one right here?
Mm-hmm.
So
Practice on.
put it right in front of the ball, just like that. See that?
Oh, is it her turn?
And then boom.
Yeah.
And then just poof.
I used to quickly tell people when they'd ask me what's it like growing up with a famous dad. It's the only dad I've ever known. But it's been an experience because while my dad never made it to stuff at school, sporting events or whatever, my mom would always come and carry us and root for us, you know, whether it was me sneaking on the wrestling team and not telling them until I had a match. But my dad would always make sure to make time and schedule time to take us on various trips that he would go on, speaking engagements and things like that. So I got to see a lot of the world and a lot of the states before I could really appreciate it. But I still appreciate the fact that I got to spend that time with my family and that he specifically made sure to bring us on trips like that.
It requires a lot of effort to be a father, and some people don't realize that. And that's why you see, particularly in a lot of our inner city situations, people go in and they squire all these kids and take off and do something else without realizing that it's a responsibility. Half of that child is yours. My children were growing up, you know, I was an extraordinarily busy pediatric neurosurgeon. When I took over as director of pediatric neurosurgery at Johns Hopkins, pediatric neurosurgery wasn't even on the map. You know, I had to create all of these programs. It required an enormous amount of time and energy to do that. And I knew that my kids would grow up and would never know who I was. They would say, "Mommy, that strange guy was here again." So I said, I gotta do something about that. So I started having my secretaries write my family into my schedule. You know, a year ahead of time, we would have our vacations planned, and weekends and various things, so that at least, you know, we could do stuff. You know, we could go on vacations, we could, you know, play ball, we could play croquet, we could do whatever we wanted to do. If it's important to you, you'll make time for it. And if it's not important, other things will always crowd it out. If I had not been involved in all of these, you know, very novel things and newsworthy things, I wouldn't have become the person that I am. People wouldn't have known who I am. I wouldn't be talking to you today. It's all part of a big global plan that works to create each of us.